The next thing I want to talk about a little bit is sharpening your pencils. This is HB pencil. Now this goes for pastel pencils as well. The pastel pencils, charcoal pencils are very brittle and they will break. This is a regular pencil sharpener, and what you're going to see here is that as I sharpen this point, eventually it's going to break the tip. That's because graphite holds together a lot better, and this is, again, this does not have a binder. Graphite usually, like regular color pencils have a wax binder. Anyway, it makes it easier. But again, this is why the wood in the charcoal pencil is very important, because if the wood is poor, then this is not going to work. So this is a regular pencil sharpener. It's a very high quality pencil sharpener, but this is not the proper tool. And you're going to try this at home. You're going to try to sharpen a with a regular sharpener, and it's not going to work, and you're going to be frustrated, and then you're going to complain about it. But just don't complain to me, because I'm showing you what to do. First I'm showing you what not to do. So at some point, this is probably already happened, it's going to break the tip. You're not going to get a real, there we go, see what happened right there? The tip falls off. It's just not the right tool for this. So that's a regular pencil sharpener. The next thing that you're going to be tempted to do is pull out the big boy here. It's a regular blade of some sort. And this works very well, but it's a little time consuming, and you gotta know how to use the blade properly to get a fine point. What you're supposed to do is you scoop away the wood. So if this is your pencil tip, okay, and this is what you're trying to sharpen, you're trying to bring the blade this way to scoop out the wood at first, and then you use the tip of the blade to sharpen the edge of this that's left behind. So I'm going to show you how that's done. You scoop out the wood first. So you can see this is a timely situation. Now you scoop out the wood, you're left with the lead. Now you gently, again, you can see what kind of pressure I'm applying here. It's not very much. Gently scrape away the charcoal until you're left with the point that you want. You can try the edge this way too. A lot of different things work. The blade has to be very, very sharp. If the blade is not sharp, this is not going to work for you. Okay, so we're getting there. So that's a pretty nice, pretty fine tip for charcoal. See? It's very nice. Right, the problem here though is it'll dull very quickly. Charcoal pastels are, very, very soft and crumbly. So very quickly we're going to be losing our point, and it's going to dull down. I did a very good job sharpening this, but nonetheless it's not going to last a very long time. It's becoming thicker and thicker, and it's hard. You can't do details with a point like this. So I'm going to give you a third option. This is an option I've very much come to enjoy. This here is the Stabilo sharpener, and it has a more extreme angle at the tips. So to explain that a little bit better, this is your regular pencil sharpener, and what it will do is, if you have your pencil, it will create a long tip. That's fine with graphite, but again, as we discussed earlier, when it comes to charcoal and pastel, this is very brittle and it breaks, and as you saw before, we tried sharpening this and it just breaks the tip. This personal sharpener, the only thing that's different about it is that the angle's a little bit steeper or narrower, whatever. I'm a math guy. So it's going to create more conical shape as opposed to a longer tapered edge. That's going to prevent breakage. You know how you get the pencils from the factory? Like this is a brand new pencil that's never been used before. See the tip? It's a little bit, you know, it's a little narrow like this, not like this other piece. Alright, so this is going to create the edge, the more taper, the closer, smaller edge so that the lead won't break as much. You can create very nice chiseled edges. Still gotta be a little careful, still gotta, you know, coarse it a little bit, but you get a nice fine tip. So that's about sharpening.